This is the AI News Flash for June 17th, 7 p.m. UTC. First up, the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard has used AI to discover 2 new antibiotics effective against drug-resistant gonorrhea. The team used a graph neural network that represents molecules as graphs and can virtually screen thousands of compounds per second. After training the model on about 38,000 molecules, they screened nearly 6 million compounds and identified 83 antibiotic candidates with confirmed activity. Of the 2 compounds, MP20 disrupts bacterial membranes and damages DNA, while A1 targets an enzyme essential for cell wall synthesis. Both worked in mouse and organ-on-chip models without inducing resistance. Gonorrhea now shows resistance rates above 10% worldwide to ceftriaxone, the last first-line drug, making this a looming public health crisis. The work was published June 17th in Science Translational Medicine. Next, even as AI token prices fall, corporate AI spending is rising instead. A prominent economist warns. Apollo chief economist Torsten Slok calls it the Jevons paradox. As tokens get cheaper, companies don't spend less. They run more AI agents, automate more workflows, and generate more code, pushing total spending higher even as the unit cost of intelligence collapses. Token prices have dropped over 90% since 2023, yet AI spending has doubled since late 2024. Over the same period, token consumption surged 450%. Uber burned through its entire annual AI budget in just 4 months, and now caps spending at $1,500 per employee per month. Bain & Company predicts future operating costs will split 70% labor, 30% tokens. Third, the first major U.S. federal AI bill, the Great American Artificial Intelligence Act, has been unveiled in draft form. It was introduced by Republican Jay Obernolte and Democrat Lori Trahan. The over 300-page bill requires large frontier AI developers, those with more than $500 million in yearly revenue, to publish transparency reports before releasing models. Its novel approach mirrors auto manufacturing standards. The federal government regulates AI development, while states retain authority over deployment and use. It also codifies the Center for AI Standards and Innovation at $100 million a year. The Cato Institute views it positively as replacing ad hoc regimes with clear frameworks, but it warns that many provisions carry 3-year sunset clauses, leaving progress exposed to political volatility if not reauthorized. Fourth, AI lab Odyssey has raised $310 million, reaching a valuation of $1.45 billion. Odyssey builds world models, systems that learn to simulate how the physical and digital world operates, rather than pattern recognition. They build an internal representation of reality, including physics, causality, and time. The Series B was led by Natural Capital, with backing from Amazon, AMD Ventures, GV, and EQT, plus notable individuals including Google's Jeff Dean. The company secured preferred cloud status with AWS and uses its custom Trainium silicon. World models can cut robotics and autonomous vehicle training from months to days, drawing attention as a foundation technology for physical AI. Finally, a Stanford AI tutoring study hit a wall. Students barely used the tool. In research led by Carly Robinson of the Scale Initiative, many students never logged on at all, making it impossible to tell whether the technology improves learning. Usage averaged just 2 to 3 minutes a week in after-school settings and 5 to 10 minutes in class. When students did engage, sessions ran 13 to 26 minutes, a potentially useful dose, but participation was too low to measure impact. Robinson notes that having access to an AI tutor isn't the same as using it. Effective AI education tools need not just strong technology, but intentional design to drive engagement. That's all for this AI News Flash.